Sure.
Okay, so we got this. Yeah, so how's all the pack stuff going?
It's good. I can just see the excitement with everybody who went to the training. And so it just makes me more excited and kind of jazzes me up a little bit more. And so it's been good. Even Clarissa, the I think nurse practitioner. So I work with her in Marshall, and she and I have already had a couple phone calls about some patients and chatting. And so it's been awesome.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's excellent. So you're working with Clarissa. Who else do you have on your team?
Yeah, so I have in my immediate sites, I have Clarissa and Jody, who did the preceptorship.
Yep.
And then Pete was my other one.
Mm-hmm. How's Pete doing with everything?
I think good. I think he had a call earlier today with Beth. So
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so this is our first call. So a big part of this call will just be scheduling the other calls.
Sounds good.
So if we can try to do one a week, and let me pull up my calendar, and we'll just take care of that part first.
Yeah, I don't know what your Wednesdays are like, but right now some of my Wednesdays at work are pretty open.
Okay.
So I don't know if Wednesdays are a good day for you or not. I can make anything work. So
any time of the day on Wednesday.
Okay, so I wrote them all down today.
Okay, great. Oh, that's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, so next Wednesday, the 26th, I think that's 26, right? Yep, next Wednesday, the 26th, I am open from, so if it was during my work day, I'd be open from 8 to 9, and then also 3 to 4:30. And then, I mean, any time in the evenings, too, I can usually make work. So I don't know if any of those.
Okay, so it's 3 to 4:30 your time. So the first one is just going to be, these are all really going to be half an hour calls, except for maybe the last one, which we probably should plan for an hour.
Okay.
So that's 3 o'clock your time, 4 o'clock Eastern time.
Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 p.m. my time.
And that will be the 26th. So Kayla, Big Stone, call 2. All right. So got one down.
And then the next Wednesday, August 2nd, anytime between 8 to 10, 11 to 12, or 1 to 4:30. So I'm pretty open that day.
Okay. So forgive me, I'm a little slow getting there. So here I am. August 2nd, Wednesday, August 2nd, 8 to, that one is 4 p.m.
Yeah, 8 to 10, 11 to 12, and 1 to 4:30 I'm open.
Okay. 8 to 10. And then what was the middle time? I'm sorry.
11 to 12.
11 to 12. All right, so 12 would be 1. Okay, and then the late time?
1 to 4:30, anytime in there.
Okay. So if we could do 3 p.m. My time, that would be 2 p.m. your time.
2 p.m. Okay.
All right. So that is August 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central.
Okay.
Is call number 3. All right. Halfway there. And then the following week.
And then the 9th, I am completely open right now, except for noon to 1. So
Sorry.
Anytime.
So 8 and 9, August 9th. You're not open noon to 1?
Correct.
Okay. How about About 3 o'clock again, Eastern time. So that'd be 2 p.m. Central time.
Okay. Yep.
Did I do the other ones? 8 on the 2nd, I said 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Just making sure. All right. So, Clark, Big Stone, Call 3 p.m., 8, 9, 3 p.m. Okay. And the following week.
Yep. The 16th is the same thing. I'm open except for the noon to 1.
Okay. 14, 15. All right, 16. Oh, good, I'm back. And if we could do 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 p.m., that would be great for me.
That works for me.
Good.
And I'm gonna have to get this just approved by Pete. Actually, he's my clinic manager, and so I'm sure he'll be fine with it. But I will let him know and ask to make sure that I can get that blocked off. And if there's any issues, I'll let you know.
Cool. And then we have one more, the 6th call.
Yep, and same thing on the 23rd. I'm open, so.
23rd. Well, that's excellent. We're going to be rocking right through this. All right, the 23rd, Clark doing, 23rd, we're running into an issue. I'm in Tampa.
Okay, I can probably do the 25th to that Friday.
Okay, let's see what that looks like. The 25th looks much better for me. What time works for you?
I think I'm gonna be open. I didn't look at that day, but I should be fine. That's far enough out.
Okay. How about 2 o'clock Eastern, or is keeping it at 3 easier? So it'd be 2 Central, 3 Eastern.
Sure.
And that one, let's plan for an hour because then we have to go over the certification criteria.
Okay.
Because that's going to be your graduation call.
Woohoo!
All right, Kayla, call number 4 of 6. And it'll be 3, 4.
Can I actually be really picky? I'm just trying to think of convenience for scheduling patients that day.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Could we do it on like half-hour time, so like 2:30 to 3:30 or 1:30 to 2:30, or does that mess you up a little bit?
No, that's fine. 2:30 to 3:30 is absolutely fine.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do 2:30. 2:30 to 3:30. Perfect. Okay, so I am going to minimize my calendar. I remember how to do that. So I am doing my best to switch to the world of Mac.
I commend you because I don't think I could do that.
After being a lifelong PC people tell me, oh, you're going to love the Mac. Oh, it's great. It's so intuitive. I'm okay.
Still hasn't convinced you yet, huh?
I love my iPhone and I use an iPad, but I don't know about the rest of it. So what were we doing in terms of uploading videos? How were we doing that?
So I was putting them on YouTube and then sending you the links.
Okay, great. And that was working for you?
Yeah, if that works for you.
Perfect. It's beautiful. Okay. So for the days and up to this point, well, how about just on the training days, any aha moments for you where it all kind of came together and was clicking?
I mean, everything was an aha, I feel like. There wasn't anything there that, I mean, it was all awesome information. I think one thing was just realizing people's personalities and even my own personality and how sometimes I have to get out of my comfort zone in order to really, truly connect with some of these patients. So that was a big aha for me, I guess. Yeah, I guess that was probably the biggest thing for me was the personality piece of it all.
Okay. So Teepa kind of went over extensively the introvert and the extrovert, not so much the other pieces, the
Yeah.
why, how, head first, heart first. Have you had time to look over any of those parts of it?
I have, yeah. I glanced through it.
Is all that making sense?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Cool. So that's the sort of thing that can help. You can use the cards. It's not cheating, especially if you're training with someone, and maybe you could just hand them the cards and say, "Hey, take a look at these for a minute and tell me which one you are," and that can help, build that training. How about uh-oh moments during the day where, ooh, this is really not making sense, or I'm never going to be able to do this, or what the heck are they talking about?
No, I wouldn't necessarily it was like, uh-oh, like I felt really put down or anything like that. I think for me personally, I usually catch myself in uh-oh moments when I get those patients or those people who are really worked up. And like I said, I have to get out of my comfort zone. Those are usually when I get stuck and I have to go, uh-oh, and take a step back. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So the content of it and all the rest seemed okay.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. So for me, my uh-oh moments was when Teepa was an amber and in the wheelchair and rolling towards people. So I thought, I think I'm going to stand over here.
Uh-huh.
Away from this and watch how this plays out. But okay. So as we're going through, what are a couple parts of the whole preceptor process that's feeling comfortable for you? Some strengths that you have at this point?
Let me grab my sheet really quick.
Sure.
I think I feel really comfortable getting started asking them those questions, like what felt like it went well, what felt like it didn't go well. So that feels good, just like starting it. Mm-hmm. But I think I get stuck in the moment, I guess would be my trying to step in the moment, and taking that time out at that time would be the thing I want to work on.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about that, getting stuck in the moment.
Yeah, I think I'm a perfectionist. And so I want to make sure I'm doing it right. And so I feel like once I get the hang of it, it'll be a lot better. But I get nervous to take a time out because oh, what if that's fine? Or what if they are doing it okay? And I stop them. I don't know. So, or maybe I don't catch something that they are doing wrong. And so I guess just as I get more comfortable with it and sharpen my skills, I'll feel better with it all.
So one thing with the timeouts, think of it this way. Timeout is just kind of a pause.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not, oh, timeout, oh, yeah, you did that wrong. Oh, timeout, ooh, that's not right. That's not how we want to be using the timeouts. So you can time out for really good things. And just to reinforce that, say, they were struggling with hand under hand, or they felt like they were really struggling with that distance. What is personal space? And then they do it. So time out, look where you are, look where you paused. That's perfect. That's right where you need to be. And then for yourself, maybe they're doing something and you're not sure. That's where, as the preceptor, you really don't have to have all the answers. You can take that time out to sort of find the feedback that you need in that moment. So well, you said this, just let's time out right there. Why were you saying that? And I find that prevents us from making assumptions. Right. And sometimes they'll have a really great reason where I'm timing out and thinking, ooh, that was kind of a mean or nasty thing to say. Why would you say that? And it's not at all what they the person said it was trying to say, and it's not at all what the person hearing it, they didn't hear it that way. Right. So it can just be a timeout for, let's gather some information right now in this moment. Sure. But I think that's really good. That's the use of the timeouts, when to use it, how to use it. That's a good thing. And does that go along with the stuck in the moment feeling that I'm not sure what to do next?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that could be a good use of the timeout there, is pausing yourself to even try to figure out what happens next. Yeah, good. Okay, I think that's a great first focus, so we can work with that. The next call is going to be a really quick video. It's going to be just a 90-second video. And if it goes over, that's absolutely fine. But the point is, it doesn't have to be long. And you can be the one recording it on your phone. What you're going to be capturing is the person doing the approaching, like you had done in the past.
Yep.
And the person playing the gem level. And you're just going to record that interaction of that positive physical approach and getting an underhand, and then off to do some kind of task. And so how you choose to record that is really up to you. You could say you're going to do a lot of precepting beforehand and probably afterwards that's not going to be recorded. Okay. So your job is to come in and to say to your two people doing it, and if it's Pete or Jody or Clarissa, you have a huge advantage there because you're not going to have to do a whole lot of instruction. So you might say, that's really good. I definitely want Pete there. This is going to make it easy. Sometimes if Pete has the whole approach down perfectly, that can actually be a little bit more difficult because now in your preceptor role, that could be fine, but sometimes it's actually easier to work with a novice person to correct little things that they miss, like, oh, you forgot to introduce your name. Sure. So it gives you some more, but whatever your comfort level is, and just recording that interaction. So your job before you start recording is to tell the person, work with the person playing the person living with dementia about diamond or emerald. That's all we're doing here. Giving them the cards if you want, whatever else you like to do. And then instructing the person approaching, using the blue card if you want, or whatever tools you have, about the steps of positive approach. And you're just recording that interaction. You stop it. This could be a good chance to go practice going through the preceptor cycle of saying, how did that feel? How did that feel? Let's take a look at the video, and just sort of reading through the steps while you have them there. You might as well do it. But we're not asking you to record that part this time. And then our second call, we'll review that first little quick video. We'll talk about how that preceptor process, preparing the people, and then kind of going through it, how all that felt for you. And then all the rest of the calls they're going to be longer videos where we need somebody, or you set the camera up so it records you doing that preceptor process. And then we're just going to play with the different gem states and work on things as it goes along.
Sounds good.
Cool. Awesome. So any questions or concerns for you at this point?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think once I get going and once I get that first video done, it'll be easier. So. Okay.
Yep. So if you start trying to do it, or you're looking through it and it's not quite making sense, or what do they want, just feel free to text me or call me or send me an email. I'll be happy to do that. And so my big question to you is, how did the chicken turn out?
I haven't eaten it yet, so I think good.
let's get you going off and having chicken.
That's okay.
All right. Well, thank you for making the time, and have a good supper, and we'll talk next week.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks, Clark.
Take care.
Bye.